It happens.
I go to the bathroom and it's locked. Go downstairs to the bar. Someone's in there.
Yeah, it was a crackhead screaming.
I literally, I open the door.
He's like, I go downstairs to the bar, all I hear is, oh!
Dude, I sounded like a crackhead.
All you hear is, oh.
Dude, I literally sounded like a crackhead. I went downstairs to London, to the pub downstairs at 3rd floor, went into the bathroom. Someone's in there, and I just couldn't. I was so distressed. I literally let out a fuck, which is, something crazy.
Did you try the girls' bathroom next door?
No, I'm
surprised you weren't that desperate.
I was holding out. I was holding out hope. I was holding out hope because I also wanted to be in the room at 3rd floor so I could hear where the show was at, so I knew how fast I had to shit. So I don't know who's in there. I've said hi to all the comics. At one point,
except for one.
At one point, I go over to Borge and I go, "Bro, fuck, who the hell's in the bathroom? This guy's been in there 10 fucking minutes. I'm going up in 2." He's like, "You seen George?" I go, "Oh no." I approach the door. And I smelled shawarma coming out of the fucking bathroom. I was like, it is George. And I'm texting him now. But now I have, I have an advantage. Normally, if a stranger's in the bathroom, all you could do is go over and fuck with the door handle to let him know every couple minutes I'm checking in and I'm distressed. But in this case, I got a direct line right to the source.
Hold on a second. So pause before we continue. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. We got to touch on that. What's the decorum in this? You got to take a shit. It's locked. There's a stranger. Is that your strategy? You just keep gently...
Yeah.
You make it seem like you're going to break in.
Holy shit.
You ever knock on the door? You ever yell? Like, what are the levels?
I don't knock. I just go and try the door handle a number of times because I know that the guy in there is going to hear it. And if it's open? Well, if it's open, great. You walk right in. But
while the guy's taking a shit.
Well, no.
That's what happened to Josh on Friday.
Shit on his dick.
Josh barged in on Friday night at one of the girls taking a shit. And then he was mortified. He wanted to hide so she doesn't see him.
One of the girls that was watching the show?
A crowd member. He was looking at a crowd member taking a shit.
Well, how did he know she was taking a shit? Women have to sit down to pee.
Well, I'm just saying. The news relayed to me. I don't know about if it was the smell, if he saw her taking it. I don't know. I'm just telling you what happened.
It could have been the remnants from George. Actually, no. The George shit was the following day.
So he walked in on that, and then I don't think she's ever coming back. Because that's the last thing you want at a comedy show.
Thank God it was Josh and not like Guido.
They made me laugh.
You imagine Guido's crackhead friend walked in on the girl taking a shit. She didn't lock the door correctly, and that guy just walks in. I mean, forget about fucking coming back to 3rd floor. That woman's never going back outside.
Yeah. I laughed at rape jokes, and then they were watching me take a shit. It's very weird.
Yeah. So I couldn't break in. Doors, very firmly locked, and I kept going by to check it. And that is what I'll do, because I'm thinking if I do it over the course of 10 minutes, the person in there will probably assume, multiple people have come at this point.
Yeah. It's a good strategy.
So anyway, I realized it's George, and I text him. I go, "Please get out, please. I'm going bowling."
I didn't see that, but then I
think I told you I'm dilated.
No,
please.
No, I think I heard a whimper. I heard you whimper, go like, "George," and I knew like, "Oh fuck, I gotta hurry up."
So then George
funny.
tried to hurry up, and he sprayed an obscene amount of Febreze in there, which isn't good. It's actually worse because
now it's mixing. You have shit and Febreze.
2 toxic chemicals. Yeah. And I literally said, I feel like this is probably what it was like to get like napalmed in Vietnam. Because like you got the toxic chemicals and then you're next to your buddy who hasn't washed his ass in 3 weeks.
I thought you were supposed to do that. I thought you were supposed to do that.
I literally went on stage and said that.
He must have reaked. It must have been on his clothes. He had George shit and Febreze on his.
It came apparently like because I sprayed it. I sprayed the entire fucking room after I shit, but that didn't do anything because the smell seeped through the door.
And Andrew Corey was on the show, who's everyone's favorite. In our little network, he's our favorite flamer. I mean, it's kind of like his whole. It's part of his.
I don't know. There's other gays I like too.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to pick favorites. Sure,
you just did.
Well, sure. I guess I did. I mean, it was a figure of speech. It's part of his act. He's very like flamboyant and he talks about it.
He's just like,
so it's hard to avoid. And so I'm kind of fidgeting, ready to go into the bathroom here at any moment. I'm just waiting for George to get out so I can barge in. He's like, "Are you gonna be okay?" And I was like, Yeah, buddy. I'm ready to go. I'm not gonna be long. He's like, "I can go first if you want." I was like, "Nah, buddy. I'm dilated." I'm talking to him like he's fucking just like some fucking hoser in Ontario. I'm fucking dilated.
Wait, but why did he want to go first if you told me about to shit your pants?
No. He was gonna do me a solid and say, "If you want, I'll go first, so that you don't have to go up right now. You can take your shit."
That's a gay trick. That's a gay trick, so you can shit your pants. Don't fall for that. Go in and take your shit.
Wait, you think?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I think he was playing a prank on you, and you thought it was a good thing, but it's a terrible thing.
Why would he want me to take a shit
on yourself?
Why would he want that?
Because it's hilarious.
Why is it a gay trick?
No, because he's gay.
Oh. It's a trick played by a gay man. It's
yeah.
not a gay trick. It's actually honestly, that's a pretty for the boys.
Yeah.
That's a pretty for the boys prank. Just let a boy shit himself.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually,
you don't have to assume that everything's homophobic.
Well, you